Hello, my name is Viktoriya and my colleague Dalia. We worked at the Office of the Government on Lithuanian support in the recovery of Ukraine, with a particular focus on civil society. 24th February 2022 at 3:40 a.m., Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, prolonging the ongoing conflict on Southwest Front from 2014. People, infrastructure, and economy have all been severely damaged by this war, as well as the whole international community felt its consequences. So far, we have more than 8 million of Ukrainians who found their shelter all over the world, and it's about 18% from the total population of Ukraine. Furthermore, more than 8 million of internally displaced Ukrainians within Ukraine. It's around 12% of the total population of Ukraine, and dreadful statistic, casualties. Over 18,000 of civilians, 7,031 of which were killed. And this statistic is an official statistic, which has been officially confirmed. And the reality might be way more harsher. Evidently, this war produces negative effects on Ukraine economy. By the end of 2022, the GDP decreased by 30.4%. And Kyiv School of Economics calculated the damage inflicted on the infrastructure of Ukraine around $138 billion, and the budget needed to restore the destroyed assets is around $5 to $6 billion. To fill all the gaps and to put in one place all the requirements, Ukraine presented its national recovery plan. This document contains a 10-year plan from 2023 to 2032 to recover the economy, to increase the quality of life. And you can see it's 15 topics under the figure. With regard to international community, President Zelensky presented during the summit of G7 in Indonesia, Ukraine 10-point peace plan, also called as peace formula, and he called the international community to take responsibility of these topics. And on the figure, you can see the names of states who already declared their responsibility, and among them, you can find also the name of Lithuania. So what about Lithuanian support? Since the beginning of the war, Lithuania condemned the war and stood with Ukraine. Moreover, Lithuania declared Russia as a terrorist state. And Lithuania helped Ukraine financially from the humanitarian side, but especially military. Military commitment amount is 280 million, and the total amount of all the commitments is about 350 million. Plus, Lithuania also took responsibility to rebuild Ukraine physically and took patronage of a school and mobile housing in Borodanka, bridge over Tribush River, and kindergarten in Irpin.
However, in addition to all of these initiatives, what we discovered during our project and during the analysis interviews with stakeholders is that even if the public sector and private sector have certain initiatives ongoing and plans for supporting Ukraine's recovery, the Lithuanian NGO sector has yet to define their own plan. The advantages that the sector has, as we saw it, is the bottom-up approach, as NGOs can reach the grassroots civil society organizations and respond to the needs directly. In addition to that, they show time efficiency in their working, not like public institutions that usually face delays due to large bureaucratic apparatus. Therefore, insufficient engagement in development cooperation by Lithuanian civil society organizations can be improved. And with that, lack of large-scale projects and long-term impact can be tackled. Here you can see what kind of projects Lithuanian organizations have done in the past. These projects are some of those that were implemented in the period between 2016 and 2021. And looking at those, we see that Lithuanian experience and competences lie in the fields of psychological support, in non-formal education, and those projects are rather small scale. There have been many of them, and this situation could be improved. Therefore, the solution that we found was an NGO workshop. During this workshop, various civil society organizations, NGOs, were discussing how they could get involved in the recovery of Ukraine. They shared their past competences and experiences working in Ukraine or in Lithuania. And some of them have never worked in Ukraine. They also shared what they have done so far. And in the second part, they shared what they would like to do and brainstormed what kind of partnerships they could shape. The 3 topics were chosen according to Ukraine's recovery plan. And here you can see a few ideas that came up during this workshop. Another topic that came up while talking to NGOs was the financing. That is seen as an issue as well. During the year 2021, around 50,000 million euros were coming from public support, and twice as much was the private sector support to NGOs. Therefore, we see that some intersectoral cooperation is already ongoing through financing. However, if the NGOs are still seeing financing as an issue, maybe there could be more efficiency in the distribution of finances. Thus, we also need more intersectoral cooperation. In order to work with that, on March 16th at 4 p.m., we are organizing an event in which Lithuanian NGOs, together with private and public sector, will have the opportunity to discuss the opportunities and challenges that arise while they aim to provide support for Ukraine. The expected outcomes are defining the role of Lithuanian NGOs, setting expectations for involvement of private and public sectors, and discussing how to support building capacity of civil society in order to, in the future, do bigger projects that have higher impact. Therefore, all the stakeholders from all these parties will discuss, and hopefully in the future we can see some results. Thank you so much for your attention. I would like to send a special thanks to all the stakeholders that we interviewed and that gave us incredibly valuable information, to our project owner, Mante Makauskaite. And here you can see the project website and our contacts in case you would like to submit some suggestions or just thoughts. Thank you again and have a nice day.